What's up, YouTube? Justin from the Team Misplay here. We got Michael Bryan. He finished 28th at the Arlington, Texas Regionals this past weekend. Here's his deck. All right, and he'll explain it to you.
All right. Start off with 3 fire dogs. I was doing FlamvellSworn. I mean, if you've played Flamvell before, you know this is the key to the deck. It allows you to get into your tuners, and it's just right now with a lot of floaters out, right? Like, you know, with Sangins and plants and TGs, this card can start you off the right way by just, you know, plus one-ing. They get one to the hand, you get one to the field, get into your extra deck real quick. So those 3 get you into these 3, along with either of these. The three magicians. Obviously, it's easy 8-star. Stardust first turn, especially if you're going second. Going second's usually a good thing in this format. And then these 2, the Archer and the Shaman, are more tech choices versus the other 6, which are more the standard Flamvell engine. The 3-star, he's more of a vanilla than anything. You never use his effect. He only is good for one of the synchros you can hit. He's also access to 7 stars if you have a magician as well. And then the Archer can help boost attack for, you know, your fire dog. So when you play your rekindling, if you have this and a fire dog in there and say they have a Stardust, you can just tribute that off and then slap to the Stardust without having to synchro. Get back into your deck and get out another tuner and sync again. So it works. I mean, I feel like every deck's got it, but 3 Reborn Tengu, it's constant pressure, and just applying pressure early and often is always a good thing. Even stalling to get to your better cards, you know, helping search out. If you don't want to, just a good card to start with. Sangin just does things. Plant engine that most people are running, minus Dandelion, because I run Titanium, and most people hate it. I like it. It won me a lot of games yesterday, especially in Dark Worlds with Grapha. Just an easy way to get past Grapha, and then they would, in order to get past, I had to find a way to get around that with whatever it was. But if they couldn't pitch a Grapha, Titanium would win me the game. 2 Card Trooper for milling. Obviously, the most valuable place for Flamvells to be is the graveyard, so Card Trooper helps. 2 Raikou, and then the 1 Lila for back row hate. If they got 1 back row and you draw charge, and you have the rekindling in hand or something like that, just charge for Lila, break the back row, whatever it is, don't have to worry about it. As soon as you draw a charge, you know you're going to get past it. It doesn't really bug you at all. 1 Veiler and 1 Gores, just Veiler and Gores. Could have run 2 Veilers. I sided into 2 Veilers most of the day yesterday anyways. 3 Rekindling gets all your Flamvells back. It's just you have to run it at 3. Anything less is just doesn't make sense. 2 Gold Sark, obviously to get 2 Rekindling, or, you know, if you already have 1 or 2 in hand, or, you know, you draw it late game, get another card, get something like a Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, something, you know, another big power card late in the game. 2 MST, and then 1 Heavy Storm. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, just staple stuff. 1 charge. Scapegoat. Scapegoat's the reason I tied 1 round yesterday. Stupid Scapegoat. Book of Moon and Mind Control. I got field logged with Scapegoat and it cost me a game. 2 Solemn Warning. Mirror Force. Call the Haunted, Trap Dust Shoot. All the Haunted was awful yesterday. I was going to take it out immediately. It sucked.
Alright, on to the extra deck.
Extra deck, go up from bottom levels. Formula. Army Arm. Level 5s, Capacitor and Librarian. Only 1 level 6 in Bryonic. I don't really hit level 6s very much. It's almost a stretch for me to have to go into 1. Black Rose. Scrap Archfiend is just a big beater, just running it into Grapha, just ramming Grapha, you know, or, you know, when they have Gates of the Dark World up, it's a 3,000 attack monster. It's surprisingly good in weird situations. Then Deity, everyone holds their hands close this format. if you can get into it. It takes a pyro and a fire tuner, so it's that shaman, the pyro tuner, and then the 4-star magician removes as many cards in their graveyard as they have in their hand, and then you gain attack for each one you remove. It's kind of a iffy effect, but when you can do it, you can say get 5 out of there against plant synchro or the TGs or whatever, and just really take their graveyard apart if they lose or jumped off or any of those plant type synchros. It's really effective, this format. 8-star synchros, Stardust, Staple, Thought Ruler. Only used it once yesterday, got burned for it, but that was my own fault. I should have used Stardust at the time. 2 Scrap Dragon. I will probably change 1 back to 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Scrap Dragon, because there were a couple of times I wish I had a Colossal Fighter yesterday. And 1 Utopia. It made Karakuri's matchup really easy. They couldn't attack, and when they can't attack for 1 turn more or less, then they really struggle for obvious reasons. 1 Trishula and 1 Decisive Armor. Might change that back to a Mistworm because I didn't use it once yesterday. I'm not really sure. And side deck wise,
Alright, the side, since we know what everybody's running this format.
2 Debunk, have to, it's necessary. I only got it off twice yesterday. That's because I only threw into it twice. Did it against the Max C and won me a game, and I did it against the Dark World and it won me a game. So, I mean, it's good when you hit it, especially if the deck, it's gonna use it all the time. I had people sided against me, which doesn't do anything because they don't know what they're doing. My biggest play yesterday was I would side out of the plant engine in game 2, and they would be siding in stuff to stop the plant engine. So it was good maneuver, I think.
Good Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Card I didn't use at all. I really thought I'd see GBs, and I didn't. I was kind of disappointed with myself. I'll probably keep it in there just because GBs and stuff like that are always, and it's just a good card to have at random moments, but didn't use it once. Divine Wrath. 2 Chain Disappearance, only used it once against Karakuri's, but I thought I'd use it against Tour Guides, but I didn't. I just didn't see the point, especially if you're going second. It's really bad. 2 Bottomless. Really good against Dark Worlds when they're doing the normal summon Dark World, bring it back, Grapha loop. When they bring back the Grapha, Bottomless the Grapha. You can set them back a little bit for obvious reasons. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Played a third of my rounds against Dark World, so glad I had it. If I had played something, more rogue-like if Blackwings or Infernities would have been good too. 1 Compulse, might main it now instead of Call the Haunted because it was that good and I sided into it every single round. So 1 MST to make 3, and then the second Veiler. 1 Granmole, won me a game as well against it was against Karakuri's. He put a big synchro on the field, and I just Granmoled into it. Went on winning, and then 2 Kaiku for if you're playing Chaos or anything like that. Obviously a good matchup, but I didn't. So
all right, it's Michael Bryan. He went 6-2 and 1 tie. Again, what would you change about the deck?
I would have taken out the Call of the Haunted from the main deck. It was totally worthless, and put in something like a compulsory. And maybe taking out the Kaikus from the side deck or something else, because I didn't use them but once yesterday. So, I mean, the only thing I couldn't beat consistently was TG Skill Drain, but I feel like I'm not alone in that category. So, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. All right, be sure to thumbs up the video, rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, it's not a pro play unless it's misplay.